What's up, Raider Nation? The Las Vegas Raiders just made some serious moves, and honestly, this roster might look very different going into next season. The Raiders have officially added three big names: Tyler Linderbaum, Quay Walker, and Nakobe Dean. And the contracts look like this: Tyler is going to be getting 3 years, $80 million. Quay is going to be getting 3 years, $40.5 million, and Nakobe is going to be getting 3 years, $36 million. These are not small moves. These are the kind of signings that can completely reshape both sides of the ball. So let's break it down. What each of these players bring to the Raiders, man. So I'm gonna start with Tyler because this might be one of the most important additions in my opinion. Linderbaum originally came into the league in 2022 when the Baltimore Ravens drafted him in the first round out of Iowa. At Iowa, he was considered the best center in the college football. He won the Remington Trophy, which goes to be the best center in the nation, and he has known for being incredibly smart, athletic, and technically sound. Once he got to the NFL, the Ravens immediately put him in the starting center. And since entering the league, he's been one of the most consistent interior linemen in football. Centers are often overlooked, in my opinion, but they are the ones who call out protections, right? Organize the offensive line and keep the quarterback protected up the middle. And that's something the Raiders have always needed or been needing for a long time. So a 3-year, $80 million contract puts Linderbaum among the highest paid centers in the league. But if you watch the film, it makes sense, right? He's strong in the run game. His moves are extremely well for a lineman. And he brings leadership to the offensive line. The move alone could help stabilize the Raiders' offense, in my opinion, right? So I think with the addition of Linderbaum, I think that the Raiders are going to be in good shape, at least at center, anyways. I'm gonna move on to Mr. Walker, Quay Walker. So Walker was a first round pick in 2022, NFL drafted by the Green Bay Packers, of course, right? He came out of Georgia, where he was part of one of the biggest dominant defense in college football history. The Georgia defense produced multiple first round picks and absolutely dominated teams on their way to the national championship. Walker is a modern NFL linebacker because what he's 6'3", he's about 6'4" and 240 pounds, and he runs extremely well. So what makes him valuable is his versatility. He can stop the run, he can rush the passer, and he can cover tight ends and running backs. And during his time with the Packers, he showed that he can rack up tackles. I mean, one season he's had over 100 tackles, and I believe he was always around the ball. And the Raiders, I think, in my opinion, 3 years worth $40.5 million contract. That's pretty solid investment for a young linebacker who's still got a lot of upside to him, right? And if the Raiders want their defense played faster, Quay is the way to go. He's definitely going to help out the Raiders for this one in the linebacker core. And then they added another linebacker that I'm about to move on to, Mr. Nakobe Dean, man. Let's talk about Nakobe. So Nakobe was also a part of a dominant Georgia defense. But what made him special was his football IQ and leadership. At Georgia, he was basically the quarterback of the defense. He won the Dick Butkus Award, which goes to the best linebacker in college football. Despite all of his talent, he slid in the NFL draft because of an injury. The Philadelphia Eagles drafted him in the third round in 2022. When healthy, Dean shows his flashes, being extremely smart and an instinctive linebacker. He reads, plays quickly, he attacks the football, and he plays with a lot of intensity. So I think him paired up will make it perfect, right, as a run stopper as well, right? And the Raiders have given him a 3-year, $36 million contract, and that shows they believe that he can be a key piece to their defense. So, and his value, right? Well, when healthy, this could end up being one of the biggest value signings that we gotten so far. So, what does this all mean? For me, in my opinion, first, the Raiders' offensive line just got stronger with Tyler anchored in the middle. That helps the run game, pass protection, and offensive communication. But on defense, which we needed a lot of help on defense too, adding Quay Walker and Nakobe brings speed and athleticism to the linebacker position, which today, of course, you need that, right? In today's NFL. And you need linebackers who can run, cover, and make plays in space. And that's exactly what these two bring. And I think I'm excited about it because for a long time we haven't I mean, we had a few linebackers that could get sideline to sideline, but I think with these two, it's going to be exciting. I think it'll give some pressure off the D lineman, and of course we got to replace Max, right? So I think these signings show that the Raiders are serious about improving on both sides of the ball. But let me know, Raider Nation. I want to know what you are thinking regarding these three moves that the Raiders have done. Did they make the right signings by signing Mr. Tyler, Quay, and Nakobe? Or should they have spent their money elsewhere? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're new here, this is RaiderTay, where we talk Raiders, gaming, and greatness. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.